Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Shield.com. Podcasting and streaming around the globe, it's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Brought to you by Mecum Auctions Houston at NRG Center, April 4th through the 6th. Just ahead, Jeff has a feature on the top-selling cars the year you were born, plus snippets and tidbits of juicy car info you want to know.
I like that. Snippets and tidbits. Where do you buy those?
You got to be careful when you say that, though.
Exactly.
Just ahead on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show, howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. Chief Engineer David Ainsley sleeping in this morning.
All right, David.
I'm Don Armstrong. Glad that you could join us today. Also joining us right now is Mr. Brian Sims. And Brian is the president of the Champions Hot Rod Car Club in Spring, Texas.
All right.
Brian, good morning to you.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are y'all?
Well, we're
Good.
great. We hope you're well as well. I see you got up early to talk to us this morning. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And tomorrow's going to be an even earlier day for you because tomorrow is the big March Hot Rod Madness event.
Wow.
And want to talk to you, first of all, though, about the Champions Hot Rod Car Club. How long you guys been around?
We opened in 2017, so we've been around since then, and we've done. We try and do 2 car shows a year, all for charity, 100%, and then we also do assisted living homes and things like that. Everything is voluntary, and we get paid for nothing. But we also host events as well. Everything for charity.
Gotcha. Well, that's mighty notable. The Champions Hot Rod Car Club consists of what kind of cars?
We have all types. Everything's open, so we don't want to discriminate against any make and model, even though it might be a Honda. So anyway, now I gave it quite a bit of thought, and there's a lot of car clubs that only allow certain years, certain, not so much makes, but just certain years. So our car shows, we have an open class, so I thought we'd just keep that in line with the anybody that wants to join the club as well. So we have Bugattis, we have different, all kinds of, we got VWs, we got all sorts of types. So,
well, we put your poster up on the screen as well. You can't see it, but the folks that are watching can. So the whole flyer's up there as well.
Yeah, I noticed it looks like a 37 Ford Coupe with a big blower sticking out of the hood. Mm-hmm. You got one of those? Is that your car?
No, mine is on the. It's on the one of mine is on our club emblem, the 38 Master Deluxe.
The red one.
The Master Deluxe, yeah.
Yeah, a Chevy Master Deluxe, and then I've got a 68 Chevelle Super Sport. And then my wife has a 79 Berlinetta Chevy Camaro.
Yeah. So the Deluxe that you have, the Master Deluxe, is that a stock car?
It is not. It's completely chassis off restoration. It's got the 350 in it. It's got a tilt wheel. It's got a Nova front end. So it's modified completely, but the body is all original, and some of the interior is the dashboard and things of that nature.
Gotcha. So did you buy it that way, or did you make the mods?
No, I bought it as is from a guy in Georgia. He gave me a big 5-inch stack of everything that he had done to it and all the specs. So
how did you find out about the car? Did you find it online?
No, a friend of mine who builds pools, he's a Ford guy, and he picked it up for next to nothing. So he wanted to flip it and add to his Ford collection. So we struck a deal, and I was happy about it because 3 days later I was offered double what I paid for it. So
wow.
Well, you were happy.
My wife wanted me to sell it. I said, well, I haven't even had a chance to look good at it yet.
So obviously you're in love with the car.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, especially the fact that somebody's offered you double the money Yeah, so you could have bumped it up quite a bit, but you're all into this thing.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, I can't imagine that. You're a hot rodder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's almost a disease. We
Right.
know because we all have it as well. All right. So Champions Hot Rod Car Club, all makes and all models. I like that. I got a friend of mine, Craig Bierman, who has a Speed and Sport Chrome Plating. He has a Chrome and Coffee event once a month, first Sunday of the month. And it's all makes and models. Run what you brung, basically.
Yep.
And you run it right over there to the parking lot and park it, and everybody chats it up.
Oogles and ogles it.
Yep, and then has breakfast there at the Avalon Diner on the first Sunday of the month. So this is kind of like that, but this is more of a specialized hot rod show. Where is it going to be?
It's right here off of Luetta and Champion Forest at the On the Rocks Bar and Grill. So we'll have a food truck out there starting at about 7 a.m. Well, he's getting there at 6 to fire everything up. And then, of course, they open the bar up, and so you can get adult beverages or you can get water and coffee.
Who has water and coffee when you've got alcoholic beverages available?
Exactly. I gotta play nice.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, and how much does it cost to get in?
It's free to the public, but if you want to enter your hot rod or vehicle or motorcycle, well, you want to bring a boat on a trailer, it goes in the open class. I don't care. It's $35.
$35. And,
yes, sir.
And do you get a dash plaque? You get a trophy? What do you get?
You get a dash plaque, and then you're going to get. You'll be given tickets for the drawings for great giveaways. We have a lot of sponsors that give us really good and cool stuff. Everything from barbecue equipment to T-shirts to True Value hardware gives us stuff. So all kinds of cool items for drawings. So about every 15 to 30 minutes, we have a drawing for giveaways.
That's very cool. Good stuff.
Do you need an announcer? You want me to come up there and do the announcing for you?
Come on up. I've got a big system and a big giant microphone, and you'll feel right in.
Well, he's got a big mouth, so it'll fit right in.
I was thinking, I like the Big Mike thing. Do you remember Big Mike?
Yes, sir.
You do? Yeah.
We got one of these behind us. We got your broadcasting mic behind us.
I'm talking about the toy one for kids.
Oh.
Big Mike. It had the radio and the microphone.
Hey, we're going to pick you up later.
Yeah,
that was Mr. Microphone.
Mr. Microphone, that's right. Well, this sounds like lots of fun. So for those that are listening and like me that can't remember anything, where could we get all the information on this? Is this over at championsHotRodCarClub.com?
Yes, sir, or just Facebook, Champions Hot Rod Car Club.
Okay. And what time are you getting there tomorrow morning? 6?
I'll be there about 6:30 to start setting everything up and getting everything lined out and getting everything roped off and coned off.
Yeah. Is it a big parking lot?
Yeah, it's huge, and it's really nice, and it's set up really well. So we have one entrance and one exit, so that's perfect, and it works real well.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a haul for somebody that is down here in Sugar Land to get all the way up there. It's kind of like going to South Dallas.
Come on now. You could be anywhere in 15 minutes.
Well, yeah, kind of. It depends on how hard you push the accelerator pedal.
Right?
I was kind of thinking, there's a possibility. It's a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And get out there. It needs a wash job, so we'll get out there and wash it and bring it.
What time does it end?
Well, I guess the trophies is somewhere around 1 o'clock.
There you go.
Yes, sir. Around 1:30, we pass out trophies, and then everybody just kind of hangs out or does their own thing. It gives everybody plenty of time that if they got a family event or something, they can break out at 1:32 and go on about their business.
Enjoy the rest of the day. Yeah, go to church and then go to the event.
Yeah, get up. Yeah, go to sunrise services. At your church, and then head on up to the March Hot Rod Madness from the Champions Hot Rod Car Club. Well, it's great to talk to you. It's great to meet you, and hopefully you'll tell your friends about us, and you can look at yourself and you can hear yourself on all of our podcasts coming up in the week ahead.
Cool. That'd be great. Thanks for your time, gentlemen.
Hey, thank you. We appreciate
Enjoy the show.
Yeah, have a good time up there. All right. That ought to be 2 tons of fun.
Yeah, and the weather's again supposed to be really nice tomorrow too.
Yes, it is. I think it's supposed to be a little bit more cloudy, which would be perfect for a car show.
Yeah.
Well, depending on what your version of cloudy, the puffy white ones, and where you can see little angels and little bunnies and things in it. Yeah.
It depends on what kind of ganja you're smoking.
Well, no, he just said he said there's going to be adult beverages, so
Yeah, you'll be seeing all sorts of things with
pink
those.
elephants. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Just saying.
Black Rifle Coffee. I keep hearing about Black Rifle Coffee Company. Mm-hmm. You?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. It's a great name.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think it's a veteran-owned organization.
That's what I hear. Mm-hmm. I didn't get any of the stories in that I wanted to. I've got recalls and I've got news stories. Which one would you like to have?
Do the recall.
Hyundai Motor Company and Kia America are recalling a combined 147,100.1 U.S. vehicles over a damaged charging unit. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says nay, nay, nay. The integrated charging control unit may become damaged and stop charging the 12-volt battery, which can result in a loss of drive power, increasing the risk of a crash and safety regulator. And as with all of the recalls, you go to safercar.gov, type in your VIN number with that you'll be able to find on your insurance card that you should have on your wallet or on your phone, and it'll tell you whether or not your car's been recalled. Mm-hmm. Tesla Model 3, S, X, and Y, pretty much all of them, 2013, 2018 to 2022's muted pedestrian warning sound. Boy, I'll tell you what, I'm going to spend a lot of energy on that.
Well, is that one of those downloads that they do? Or?
I don't know. High voltage battery may overheat in the Jaguar I-Pace for 2019. That's a recall.
Yeah. Improperly
secured ball joint in the steering gearbox. Loss of steering control, you think?
Yeah.
Honda Passport and Ridgeline for 2023. That's being recalled.
Turn right.
Fuel tank may leak fuel. From Ford Motor Company, the Ford Maverick for 2024.
Are those plastic tanks?
Don't know. Ford Explorer 2020 rear view camera image may not display. You paid for it, make it work. Another one from Ford Motor Company. Child safety lock malfunction. Ford Bronco 23 and 24. Jeez.
What did you do before the backup camera? You turned your head around and looked out the window.
So, don't you remember that as part of the driving test?
I don't trust mine.
Yeah, you have to turn and look over your right shoulder when you're backing up.
Yeah, I still do that.
I do too. Engine compartment fire from an oil leak. The Genesis G70, 80, and 90, 2019 through 2022.
Oh, you just had one of those, didn't you?
No, I had a 2024 G80.
That's what it was.
And it's not under recall.
No, yet.
Airbag may not deploy due to clock spring failure. Jeep Wrangler 2016. Stellantis' Chrysler and Dodge brands are recalling 285,000 U.S. vehicles over a manufacturing defect that might cause the side curtain airbag inflators to rupture.
Oh.
The right and left side air curtain airbag inflators may rupture in sharp metal fragments, striking occupants, resulting in injury or death. These inflators do not use the same propellant or inflator design as previously recalled Takata airbags, according to the automaker. Those are all the recalls that I have for you at the moment. Okay?
Yep.
Now, I do have tons of stories. We need to take a break here in a minute, but I want to get the stories in, okay?
Sure.
Do you mind?
No, not at all.
All right. Ford is sending buyers of its newest performance pickup to school.
What?
Ranger Raptor Assault School. Opening this June in Utah's Toole Valley is included with the purchase of a 2024 Ranger Raptor pickup. Owners can learn off-road maneuvers such as rock crawling and side hilling over a variety of terrain. The one-day experience, similar to the automaker's Mustang Dark Horse Track Attack and Bronco Off-Rodeo, was developed with input from Ford Performance. School provides vehicles, safety gear, and meals. 405 horsepower Ranger Raptor starts at $57,065 with shipping.
Couldn't you just join a club, an off-road club, and
exactly, and do it for free?
maybe $10 a year dues or something like that.
Well, even that. I mean, spend a little money on gas, put some gas in it, drive it out to wherever they're having an event and go for it.
Just go teach yourself.
Well, the other thing is that there are always guys out there that have a lot more experience than you. So pick their brain.
Yeah.
Do a ride along. Get them to sit in the seat with you and show you how to do it.
And if it's real serious off-road, they've got spotters there. They're going to help you anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Or not. And as a matter of fact, and if you have any river running to do, you can just drive it right off into the river and then into the deep part of the river and put it right up past the windshield. And you remember what event I'm talking about. We had a fellow journalist that did that after they said, don't venture off the shore. Run it in the river, but don't go out into the river. There's a deep spot out there.
Yep.
Plunk,
sure enough.
Right on in there.
Sure enough, it was.
EPA on Wednesday finalized a rule that sets tougher limits on vehicle tailpipe pollution through 2032, but eases requirements in the early model years to appease auto industry concerns of a too fast transition to electric vehicles. Compared with EPA's proposal in April, the final rule on light-duty vehicle emission standards for the 27 through 32 model years adopts a less aggressive pace of greenhouse gas emission reductions in the first few model years, followed by more stringent reductions after 2030. Agency now projects battery electric vehicles will account for 30 to 56% of new light-duty vehicle sales in the 2030 to 2032 model years, down from the controversial 67% in 2032 that the EPA projected in its proposal.
But again, that's their proposal. That's what they want. That's really not a projection of really where things are going. That's what they want it to be.
Yes.
So
because they all want to keep their job and not get fired by Joe.
It's a big difference between making a real projection and saying this is our dream wish. That's silly.
It is silly.
I'm not going there.
Dream wishes.
The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for N-Wheel Time Car Talk. And a new daily podcast is available from your favorite podcast provider throughout the week. We also video stream our 3-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and nwheeltime.com. The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break. Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000 square foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In-Wheel Time and the original Lupi Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org.
Mecum Auctions, the world's largest collector car auction company, returns to Houston, Texas, April 4th through the 6th at NRG Center, featuring 1,000 muscle cars, Corvettes, trucks, customs, and more. Broadcast on Motor Trend TV and streaming live on Max. From avid collectors to those new to the Mecum experience, we welcome everyone. Register to bid now at Mecum.com.
Welcome back to the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. If you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. Mr. Zekin happens to have the top-selling cars the year that you were born. I didn't know that the history went back that far for me.
Well, we're going to get to you in just a moment.
Okay.
But first,
yes,
this is how it all started. We're going to go that way. Mike, there you go. So we're going to take a stroll down memory lane. This is the most popular.
I don't have a memory anymore.
Yes, you do. Now, I found this on Reader's Digest. Not National Geographic, but Reader's Digest.
Darn it, I love those National Geographic. Remember looking at those when you were a kid, Mars?
Why I brought that up, I don't know. But I was born in 1957, and the top-selling vehicle in 1957 was a Ford Skyline. Its dominant and most striking feature was a high-tech hardtop convertible. It was a roof that gracefully opened and arced back into a rear-hinged trunk in a matter of seconds. To accomplish this, Ford had no less than 6 motors, 4 lift jacks, a host of electrical relays, 10 solenoids, 4 power locking mechanisms, and over 600 feet of wire.
A lot of wire
600
there.
feet of wire. The next one goes out to our good friend and engineer, David Ainsley. He was born in 1964. He's a youngster. The Ford Mustang was the most popular car in that year, probably the single most iconic 60s car in America. The 64 Mustang started a revolution. It's a good-looking and cheap. The original Mustang wasn't fast, but it offered a V8 option that showed the capability of the design. So there you go for 64. The next one, Michael, is for you, sir. 1952 is the year you were born, and you are a Buick Roadmaster.
That's not a 52, is it?
It's a 52 Buick Roadmaster.
Not sure either.
52 saw many iconic vehicles being produced and devoured by a public eager for shiny new wheels, Michael. The Buick Roadmaster was a popular car model that, looking back on it now, seems perfectly indicative of the glitz and Hollywood glamour of the 50s, just like you.
Just like you, Mike.
Now, this next one, this goes out to Don, and I think, George, y'all were put to high school together and probably born in the
Grade
same
school.
year. Well, I couldn't find the actual picture, but I did find these 2 Conestoga wagons. That one is the hardtop. Now, this actual car would be a Studebaker Starlight Coupe. The Starlight Coupe featured an innovative wraparound greenhouse rear window that nearly 60 years later looks super sharp and futuristic, just plain cool. No one could ever call the Starlight a weird vehicle. And that one is the convertible version of the whatever we could find for Don and George. So there you go, guys.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, how about
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
We've got a high school reunion coming up.
Yeah, you do. And that kind of fits.
It does.
But the Reader's Digest, you can find that.
We'll arrive together in the Conestoga wagon.
I think that was the 18s.
Wonder who was that, Mr. or Mrs. Conestoga?
I don't know. But
what does Conestoga mean?
It's just the vehicle. I think it was the design, the shape, I believe. Of the
only thing I've ever heard
carriage.
Well, the only thing that I've ever heard Conestoga was a wagon like that.
Yeah, Conestoga wagon. Because it was horse-drawn. It was pulled.
George is not impressed.
Sorry, George. I had to get you involved, buddy.
Hemmings.com sold cars roundup. Ready?
Yep.
Got your pen and paper ready,
you
Mars?
got your scorecard?
1990 Chevrolet Corvette. Looks stock.
Uh-oh.
It is maroon.
Okay.
And it has a beige interior. A 1990 Chevrolet Corvette. What do you think you could buy that for?
The beige one? I'm going to say
beige interior. It was a maroon exterior.
Okay.
Saddle.
So I'm going to go 16.5.
I'm going to go 11.
10.
Ooh.
10,000.
Must have some serious miles on it.
I don't know. It looks pretty good, but whatever. Here's another one. We'll keep in the Corvette family here. A 1976 Chevrolet Corvette. My friend Buddy had that. I had the 77. What do you think that 76 sold for? It's white with a red interior.
8.
14.
What'd you say?
8.
You said 8,000?
I said 14, yeah.
You said 14. Actually, 15.7.
Yeah, go.
It looks really good. It has the.
But that's just not a real popular year.
Well, I'm looking at one on the wall right there.
It's not.
It's 77.
That's my 77 up there. Yeah. How about a 1987 Toyota pickup truck with a camper shell on the back of it, and it looks like one of those Max cabs, which you could squeeze two people back there sideways.
Extended cab type thing, yeah.
Jump seats.
I don't know whether it is or not, but it looks that way.
$7,800.
$7,800.
Give you 5,000.
5,000. How about 12,000?
Ooh, wow.
12,000.
I don't get a point for that. Was he nowhere near it?
The only problem with those,
You were
once you
closer than I
get
was.
back into that, they tend to have rust issues. But how about a 78 Chevy Impala two-door? A two-door Chevy Impala looks completely stock. It has complete big, wheel covers on it. But it's what you call seafoam green.
Oh, yeah.
Green cars, never.
Yeah, I like that seafoam.
Okay, so
I'd
78
drive it.
Chevy Impala. This would be one for Kylie.
Yeah.
Mr. Mars, what would you think that would go for?
I'm going to
Clean, no dents.
I'm going to reach for 12.
12.
5,500.
5,500, you're closest. 6,400.
Ooh.
6,400. Look at it. It looks really good.
I like the seafoam green. I like that. In fact,
I like the fact that it's a two-door.
before I got the Nova, my parents actually bought me a Chevy Malibu seafoam green with a white top. It was a hard top, but it was paint. It wasn't a vinyl.
Yeah.
And on the way home driving it, they said, you know what, that's too nice for you. You can have the Nova. So that's what I wanted to begin with.
Exactly.
There you go.
All right. Time now for a quick break. Today's In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is sponsored by the group of original Lupi Tortilla restaurants in Houston, Beaumont, and College Station, Gulf Coast Auto Shield, and Pro-Am Auto Accessories. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after this quick break.
The original group of Lupi Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Lupi Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupi Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupi Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupi Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupi's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggie Land? Head to the Lupi Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Lupi Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupi Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. That's it for this podcast episode of the In-Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.